Caves beneath our feet are silent, mysterious, and full of promise, but also hidden danger. Explorers venture in seeking beauty, challenge, or adventure. Sometimes, those caves don't let you go. Today, we tell the real story of what many call the most insane cave death ever. The tragic case of John Edward Jones, who died trapped in Utah's Nutty Putty Cave in 2009. It's a story of misstep, desperation, rescue attempts, and heartbreak. Stay with me, because understanding what happened is more than just history. It's a lesson in respect, risk, and the unforgiving nature of underground spaces. Nutty Putty Cave, just outside Salt Lake City, Utah, was discovered in 1960. Over the years, it became a beloved local spelunking spot, challenging yet accessible for students, families, and explorers. But it had a secret. Deep inside, passages that twisted, tightened, and dropped in directions that few paths return from easily. Valleys of clay, turned so tight you could lose sight of your own feet. One of the features known among spelunkers was the birth canal, a narrow, tight passage with a turnaround spot at its end. Measuring only about 10 by 18 inches, it was a squeeze even for experienced cavers. November 24, 2009. John Edward Jones, 26, medical student, husband, and father of a young daughter, joined by family and friends, entered Nutty Putty Cave with anticipation. Around 8 p.m., after about an hour of moving through familiar tunnels, John decided to attempt the birth canal. What he didn't realize was that the passage he took was not the known canal. It was an unmapped section, tighter than expected, sloping downward. He went in head first, pushing forward, trying to reach what seemed like a turnaround point. But the cave betrayed him. Once inside, John got stuck. Head first, upside down. The fissure's angle was steep, about 70 degrees. His body wedged between rock walls. One arm pinned, the other dangling. His chest compressed. He couldn't move forward, and he couldn't back out. Rescue teams were called, volunteers and professionals. About 137 people in total came to try to free him. They tried rope and pulley systems. They tried lubricating the rock with oil. They even drilled into nearby stone to make space. But every attempt risked making things worse. John was trapped for over 25 hours, upside down, as blood pooled in his head and chest. Throughout the night, rescuers worked desperately. First, they tried to pull him out by his feet with a rope system, but the fragile anchors inside the cave walls couldn't handle the stress. One system collapsed, and John slipped even deeper. Doctors on site tried to monitor him, but in those narrow tunnels, there was little they could do. His condition worsened. Breathing became harder. His heart was under immense strain from being inverted so long. Everyone hoped for a miracle, but the cave was unforgiving. Shortly before midnight on November 25th, after more than a full day of intensive rescue efforts, John Edward Jones died. The cause? Cardiac arrest, made worse by suffocation and the stress of his upside-down position. Because of how deeply he was trapped and how dangerous further excavation would be, his body could not be recovered. The cave itself became his tomb. Authorities sealed Nutty Putty Cave permanently. A memorial plaque now stands at the site, honoring John's memory. John Edward Jones left behind a wife, a young daughter, and another child on the way. His story is remembered not just as a tragedy, but as a warning. Exploration is thrilling, but caves are unforgiving. Preparation, caution, and respect for the unknown are not optional. John's death reminds us of this simple truth. The earth beneath us holds beauty and wonder, but also danger. And sometimes, the cave doesn't let you leave. What do you think? Could anything have saved John that day? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real stories from history and beyond.